honor to welcome is to establish integrity. Good morning, eminent scholars and honored guests. While it is obvious to feel happy to deliver a welcome address, I am also excited to welcome you all to a new chapter in Indo-European cooperation in the field of education. ECCC Foundation and Jasper Vivekananda Philosophical Study and Research Center have come together to provide world-class digital training, announcing the launch of this cooperation. I am Sumela Kamal, functioning as PRO in the Preventia Group, would like to welcome you all. Serving the society in the field of education and technology is the foremost principle in his agenda. His ardent services have made a difference to a larger community for a greater good. Dr.Ashwath Narayan, the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Government of Karnataka, Minister of Higher Education, Minister of Science and Technology, Information Technology and Biotechnology, is extended a red carpet welcome today. From the time of Second World War, Indo-Poland relationship was established, which was charismatically strengthened by His Greatness, the Honorable Polish Ambassador to India, Professor Adam Borowski, is extended a pleasant welcome today. It's my privilege to welcome the great personality, the member of Polish Parliament, elected in the year 2019, Mr. Przemysław Czarnek. A most courteous welcome to the backbone of developmental activities of Mangaluru, popular for his people-friendly nature, D. Vedavas Kamath, MLA, Government of Karnataka. A delightful welcome to ardent orator, devoted teacher, who has mesmerized the scholars and people of various caliber with his intellect and charm over the globe. The chairman of ECCC Foundation, Mr. Ryszard. Genial welcome to expert of Joint Research Center of European Commission on Digital Competency, author of European Commission of Reports, publications about European digital policies, Dr. Stefano Kluser. Great scholar and head of ECC's Science and Research Council, Professor Dr. Jacek Govind-Biowski is extended a cordial welcome. A joyful welcome to Mr. Winfred Nelson, our great support in European Union. A wholehearted welcome to the creative mind behind all the concepts of the Preventia Group, the chairman, Dr. Harish. Happiness leads to success. Here I am welcoming the happy and successful lady, the CEO of Preventia Group, Mrs. Pramila. The Director of VPSRC, Mrs. Meenal Patil Chennai. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to you all once again. Thank you.
Let me introduce Mr. Pratap, our Chief Coordinator, who will be making the presidential address now.
Good day to everyone. I have been entrusted the responsibility of presiding over the launching of the cooperation between the Preventia Group and ECCF. India and Europe have shared a very long-standing relationship in the field of education. All European voyages have tried their best to find a direct sea route to India. The likes of Magellan, Captain James Cook, Amerigo Vespucci, Columbus, all were examples of this. Also, from time immemorial, travelers from Europe, scholars like Marco Polo, have come to India and recorded their adventures here. There have been references of Indo-European collaboration, even in the very ancient Indian epics like Mahabharata. The launch of this event heralds another big chapter in Indo-European cooperation. This was originally conceptualized by our chairman, Dr. A.S. Harish. efficiently coordinated in Europe by Winfried Nelson and very well received by Mr.Ryszard of ECCC. We are honored to have Dr.Ashwath Narayan inaugurate the portal for us. He is the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka and also the Minister of Higher Education, IT and Biotechnology and Science and Technology, Skill Development, Entrepreneurship and Livelihood Development Minister. Dr. Ashwath Narayan's pro-people health, education and economic initiatives have kept him on top of the game, especially healthcare centers for senior citizens, top-class solid waste management system, open gyms, high-tech sports grounds. These were some of the contributions that he has made to the state of Karnataka. And no wonder he has been endeared very close to the heart of the people of Karnataka.
I'm extremely happy to announce Vivekananda Philosophical Study and Research Center has started Jasper Edu, the online education portal conceived in collaboration with European Digital Competence Certification Foundation for providing online education on cybersecurity and other digital studies for students in India and Europe. This is another encouraging chapter in Indo-European cooperation. India has been the hub of knowledge and innovation and inventions in technology. We have emerged as a big player and most important player, and Bengaluru is one among the top cities which has been recognized 1 in 10 in the entire globe for innovation and technology. So in this direction, we will be a pioneer and a leader to lead from front entire world, and we can provide all the required quality education and learning from Karnataka and India. I congratulate all the people who are responsible for good initiatives and availing the best possible resource and catering to the entire world. Continue with your good work. Thank you. Namaste.
It is my privilege to introduce you next to Dr. Ryszard, a Polish lawyer, professor, Doctor of Law Science, ex-governor of Lublin province and currently a member of the Polish Parliament. He was elected in 2019.
Szanowni Państwo, drodzy partnerzy z Indii, dzień dobry, kłaniam się. Cieszę się, że mogę w ten sposób wziąć udział w konferencji inaugurującej działalność naszej lubelskiej fundacji ECCC i jej Akademii Cyfrowej w Indiach. Jestem przekonany, że w tych bardzo ciekawych, ale też trudnych czasach, w tym 2020 roku, partnerstwo między Polską i Indiami w celu dzielenia się wspólną wizją społeczeństwa cyfrowego w naszych krajach jest niezwykle potrzebne. Jako polski poseł uważam, że innowacje cyfrowe i koncepcja kompetencji cyfrowych dla wszystkich obywateli są kluczowymi czynnikami przekształcania obecnych wyzwań w szansę dla wszystkich społeczeństw. Dzisiaj zgromadziliśmy się tutaj jako przedstawiciele edukacji i nauki, zjednoczeni w celu zwiększenia innowacyjności w nabywaniu kompetencji cyfrowych. Teraz należy spowodować, aby wszystkie obiecujące rozwiązania stały się powszechnymi praktykami i przyniosły pozytywne rezultaty nie tylko w Europie, ale także tutaj w Indiach. Musimy się skupić teraz jedynie na tym, aby wprowadzić tą koncepcję na rynek i ją wdrożyć. Mamy znakomitych partnerów, mamy znakomitych wykonawców i mamy przede wszystkim wolę uczynienia tego wszystkiego, czemu poświęcona jest dzisiejsza konferencja. Jestem dumny, że widzę partnerów z Polski i Indii zaangażowanych w przekazywanie obywatelom umiejętności cyfrowych ponad granicami. To wydarzenie i poziom zaangażowania ze strony partnerów jest doskonałym przykładem tego, jak współpraca polsko-indyjska istnieje i może pomóc w osiągnięciu naszych celów gospodarczych i społecznych. Transformacja cyfrowa jest w toku, ale przed nią jeszcze długa droga. Wasze dzisiejsze wydarzenie cieszy mnie i cieszy przede wszystkim fakt, że wspólnie możemy pokonywać wyzwania i razem iść naprzód dla dobra naszych narodów, naszych społeczeństw, naszych państw i naszych kontynentów. Dziękuję i życzę owocnych obrad.
I would now like to introduce Mr. Ryszard, Member of Legislative Assembly of the Karnataka Legislature. He has been generally considered as the people's man. He is a very proactive social worker who has been involved in helping out people at the grassroots level. And for the same reason, he is also considered to be one of the most loved legislatures in Karnataka.
Hi, Namaste. During Second World War, there were 1,000 Polish children rescued from concentration camp of Hitler. No country gave them shelter, but King of Jamnagar, Jam Saheb Digvijay Singh Ji Jadeja, provided shelter and food and other requirements until they returned to their motherland. At Poland, there is a street named on King of Jamnagar at Warsaw, and he is highly honored at Poland. Such a good cadre relationship is there between Poland and India. And today, Jasper Vivekananda Philosophical Study and Research Center and European Computer Competency Council, ECCC, are combining together and bring a change in education through online training portal for high-level educational courses with cybersecurity and European certificate. So, I congratulate all the people who are conducting this, and I am telling all the best to all the organizers who are organizing this. So, at this outset, I wish them good luck. Thank you. Namaskar.
Let me now introduce Dr. Stefano Kluse, an IT researcher and expert of Joint Research Center of European Digital Competence, which is DigComp, and author of European Commission report, guides, publications about European digital policy and digital competence for citizens.
Dear friends, first of all, let me thank you very much for inviting me to give a short message to the ECCC DigComp India launch. This is certainly one of the first cases of DigComp related implementations outside of Europe, and therefore it is a very important event. I discovered the work of ECCC on the DigComp framework in Poland a few years ago, when I was researching on DigComp good practices around Europe. The ECCC experience with DigComp certification and the related training activities became one of the 40 initiatives that we included in the DigComp Into Action Guide, which was published in 2018 by the Joint Research Center of the European Commission. This guide looks at different ways in which DigComp is used by public and private stakeholders in three broad areas: education and training, lifelong learning and inclusion, and employment. In fact, the ECCC's experience is presented again, but this time through an in-depth case study in another report published just 2 months ago. This report is called DigComp at Work and presents a selection of 9 case studies about how DigComp is used by so-called labor market intermediaries to enhance the employability of people who may already be at work or who may be looking for a job. This report is accompanied by an implementation guide built on the knowledge and lessons learned from the 9 case studies of the main report. I am mentioning all these resources because I believe that they might be of interest to many of the participants of this event, and they are all publicly and freely available online. Who knows, they may be a source of inspiration for similar such initiatives which may be started one day in your beautiful country. And who knows, such initiatives may develop also through international collaborations with the organizations who ran them in Europe in the first place. Well, I think I already spoke too much for such a short message. I wish you a successful event and, most of all, a successful deployment of the ECCC DigComp India initiative. Goodbye.
It's an honor to introduce Mr. Ryszard, Chairman of the Board of ECCC Foundation, a very hard-working person who graduated from Lublin University of Technology in Technology and Management of Enterprise. He is a member of the International Cooperation Development Group of Lublin Governor and Lublin Governor's Advisor for International Cooperation. He is also a digital competence expert cooperating with European Commission Joint Research Center. Mr. Ryszard.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, dear colleagues from India and Poland to the ECCC launch conference in India. My name is Ryszard Voss and I am a chairman of the board in the ECCC Foundation. It is my great pleasure to be able to be part of this event. Digital technology is rapidly developing in diverse fields all over the world, including mobile communications, robotics, artificial intelligence, AI, the Internet of Things, 3D printing, and many more. We are now entering the fourth industrial revolution. At this very moment, we live in times in history when the world goes through a transformational shift where the new replaces the old. Just think of the impact of the first steam locomotive, the first light bulb, the first motor car, and the first computer. Throughout history, technology has been a dominant force in driving economic growth that uplifts countries and their people. History also tells us that rapid technological change presents challenges to countries and people. The world is again in a time of immense change being brought about by the fourth industrial revolution. With appropriate policies, the societies and countries tend to benefit tremendously in this new era. I see great opportunities as well as challenges. Recent studies on the impact of the fourth industrial revolution projected that while new technology will make machines take over jobs from humans, it can also create new jobs that did not exist in the past. In addition, economic growth driven by new technologies will result in the creation of more jobs, offsetting job losses. People should be prepared for these new jobs. This is the reason why building human resources with the right digital skills is a key driving force for digital transformation. Digital literacy is essential for people to take full advantage of new job opportunities and benefit from services that will more and more transfer to the digital world. Since 2009, ECCC Foundation proactively seeks ways to help citizens and communities to use digital technologies for development. Today we start a new chapter in Asia. Breaking news: ECCC in India. On the 29th of May this year, a license agreement was signed with Jasper Edu from Rudra Group to open ECCC representation in Bangalore in India and to implement the ECCC standard in this country together with Indian partners. This is another country, but first in Asia, in which an ECCC Digital Competence Validation Standard is established to promote digital education and provide digital competence validation of citizens based on the DigComp framework of European Commission. During the ECCC courses, citizens may take part in many ECCC certification modules. ECCC sets competence standards for IT users on different levels, from foundation through intermediate and advanced until highly specialized. In conclusion, I hope the cooperation with India that we celebrate today will bring benefits and support innovation, education, and development in our regions. I wish you a very inspiring and productive meeting and hope we shall meet soon face to face. Please stay healthy. Thank you.
Professor Dr. Jacek Gowin-Piowski, Head of Council for Polish-American Cyber Academy, Head of the ECC Scientific and Research Council, and Head of Polish-American Cooperation of Lublin region, and the Head of Policy and International Relations Faculty, Pope John Paul II, Lublin University.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for invitation to give a word this event where we celebrate start of the cooperation between Polish and Indian partners, namely ECCC Foundation and Jasper Edu from Radrograd. In a rapidly changing world, there is an increasing demand of people to learn how to use new technologies. The digital transformation that all of us are facing now has a big impact on citizens both in Poland and India in all aspects of social and economic life. But at the same time, it presents a major opportunity for competitiveness for our countries. However, challenges go along with it, and our societies have to address them accordingly. This is where ECCC DigComp system of certification and training has a role to play. ECCC DigComp, the combines research and practical experience, can be a tool that help all citizens have the appropriate digital skills for all dimensions of life and work. But not only ECCC DigComp certification is of interest for our cooperation. This conference also launches mutual exchange of knowledge, experience, and content in the field of digital competences between partners from India and Poland. I'm delighted to confirm our prospects for practical exchange of training courses and making them available to learners from Poland and India. This way, two experienced institutions from two continents, ECCC Foundation and Jasper Edu, will hopefully bring benefits to all of us engaged directly into cooperation and to our societies. I am confident that our cooperation brings value to learners in both our countries. I wish you a successful meeting. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.
I now invite Mr. Srinivasan, our Senior Technical Instructor, to introduce the portal to you.
Education is the door for a bright future. Education fills all your empty minds with positive thoughts. And that is the reason why we are here today. My name is Sriram, and I am really honored to be presented with an opportunity to share something exciting which will give you that worthy learning experience. When we talk about learning experience, we talk about distance education. We all know that distance education is already a part of the education curriculum. But today, it has become a norm. And hence, we at Jasper Education, VPSRC, where teamwork makes dream works, are here today with an exciting opportunity to give you that ultimate virtual learning experience. When we say virtual experience, we very well know what it goes behind to give you such an awesome experience. But yes, we are ready with our homework and an exciting new web portal which is just waiting to welcome you all to have a fantastic learning experience. This is just the beginning. So, let us begin with technology. We all know what an influence technology has had in all our lives. Some time back, there were no computers at all. But today, computers are all over the place. Computers are there to help people indeed. It's not just about computers. With computers, the advanced technology has given us something called as an internet, which has been an absolute revelation. But along with internet, what we need to understand is that we are playing with tons and tons of data. And it becomes our responsibility to safeguard this data at all times. That is exactly the reason why we are here, to teach you something about cybersecurity through our exquisitely designed courses, which will help you become a cybersecurity expert. Our meticulously designed courses are designed in such a way that we teach you right from the basics of setting up an operating system, introducing you to cybersecurity, covering networking concepts, as well as teaching you how to stay anonymous on the internet. The importance of cybersecurity has grown tenfold, and hence it becomes our bounden duty to safeguard the data which we work with on a daily basis. Hence, we have prepared our courses by studying the present and preparing you for a better tomorrow. So, please do visit our web portal www.ecccindia.com and stay ahead in the race to enter the exciting world of cyberspace.
I would now like to introduce our CEO, Ms. Pramila, and our Director, Minal Patil, before I hand over this event to Mr. Sunil Chandran to deliver his vote of thanks.
Good day to all. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion on behalf of Jasper, ECCC, India. I, Sunil Chandran, the CRM of VPSRC, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to all our guests. I take this opportunity to express our sincere thanks to the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, Dr.Ashwath Narayan, for gracing this occasion. His presence today in this function has immensely enhanced its importance. Sir, I thank you for presiding over this function and your address. I thank all the distinguished guests who are present here. Professor Adam Broskowski, the Ambassador of Poland to India, Mr. Przemysław Czarnek, the Member of Polish Parliament, elected on 2019, Mr. Ryszard, the Chairman of the Board on ECCC Foundations, Dr. Stefano Kluser, the author of European Commission's reports, Gates, publication about European digital policy, Digital Competences for Citizens, which is DigComp, Professor Dr. Jacek Gołębiowski, the head of the ECCC Scientific and Research Council, Mr. Winfred Nelson, our activity coordinator in Europe. My sincere gratitude to all these esteemed dignitaries who have come here accepting our invitation. I owe a special gratitude to our respected MLA of Mangaluru, Mr. Vedavyasa Kamath, for all his valuable supports. We are grateful to our chairman, Dr. Harish A.S., and our CEO, Mrs. Pramila Prasad, for their continuous encouragement. Their able guidance has always encouraged us. Also, I would like to thank Mrs. Minal Patil, the director of VPSRC. Finally, I leave you this inspiring thought by JP Morgan. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide you are not going to stay where you are. Once again, I am thanking all on the behalf of Jasper, ECCC India. Thank you.